to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
I just walk like all morning long, all day long. I just walk like in my own little memory lane, and I go, you know what? That's a good song. I remember that shit. Let's Get Married. I remember 112. I remember a lot of good stuff. It reminds me of good times. Do you remember GameStop? They tell you to forget about it. Anyway. I got a whole thing to tell you tonight. Tonight, whatever. You know what's crazy? It's actually nighttime right now in Japan, because Kyoto's watching. It's nighttime in Australia because Zany's watching. It's pretty late night over there, and I guess in the UK. I met a guy from the UK yesterday. That was pretty cool. He was from the UK Army, dating some friend of mine. He comes in. He's like, hey, cheerio. I go, cheerio? Does that mean goodbye in UK? He's like, yeah, it means goodbye. I never knew this, right? But whatever. Brits are pretty cool people. And you know what I asked him? I said, hey, man, let me ask you something, bro. I know you're about like 6'4", 280. Man was massive, right? And I go, hey, bro. 100 Brits, 100 Americans in a room. We fight it out. Who wins? No weapons, no nothing. And he looks at me and goes, you want to find out? I was like, yeah, I get off, bro, later on, bro. You know, whatever. I didn't know if he was trying to ask me out or what we were doing. But it was a cool dude. Cool-ass guy. I forget his name was Will. Why is everybody from the UK named Will? It's crazy. Anyway, back to you guys. Enough. I'm reading all the headlines, so you trust me. I know Trump just came out with some bullshit. My boy, Donnie Trump, don't worry. I'm a supporter of Drill Baby Drill, okay? Drill Baby Drill. But right now, this market manipulator by the name of Donald J. Trump, holy shit, bros. He comes out and he says, buy stocks now. Guys, sure. I buy GameStop. You guys know I put it up, posted everywhere. It's GameStop. I love the company, love the business model, love the leadership, love the direction where they're going. But, like, there's some real truth here. Versus whatever you guys want to buy. I don't know what the hell he wants you to buy. I don't get it. I know I only buy one thing. I buy one thing because, in the words of the world, it's too good to be true. What if I get to just sit back and just say, yeah, it's too good to be true? What do you mean, Marantz? GameStop has no corporate debt. They have zero corporate debt. What do you mean, Marantz, that their leadership, they don't get paid dollars? No, they don't take pay. I know they have a general counsel. I know they have a chief. They don't even have a CFO. They just have some chief accounting guy. But more than Dan Moore and the other guy, like, that's what they do. Two guys get paid a good amount of money. The other people in the leadership positions invest their money into the company, and they only get whatever the stock gives them. Well, guess what? The stock hasn't given them anything because Wall Street's pinning it down. Okay, I'm okay with that. People are working for free, essentially. Absolutely, it's okay. Too good to be true. You ever got that phone call? Say, what's the catch? What do you mean? Kind of like when I met my wife and she goes, hi, yes, I'm 30. I'm single. I have my own place, my own career. Man, I want to add you to my life. I was like, is this crazy? You mean you don't want anything from me? I don't have to. Hold on. Wait a minute. You just want me? Oh, this is too good to be true. I start looking under covers and, in cupboards, and I'm looking in medicine cabinets. I'm like, was there a guy here? What's going on here? There's no way she's beautiful. What the hell? Who would want to wife this up, for the last 9 years? And I was just like, okay, let's look around. Look around the cupboards. Too good to be true? That's GameStop. And every CPA, every CFA, everyone, they're doing what we all do. They're coming out with the too good to be true, explain it to me. I don't believe you. This can't be real. What do you mean GameStop's worth $1,000 a share? What do you mean it's going to be worth $200? What do you mean it's $1 trillion company? What do you mean it's $100 billion company? What do you mean they make profits? They sell video. You're looking for all the other angles of this trade. It's just too good to be true. It's easier to look for the negatives in something than to believe the positives. I mean, if we all just walked around as skeptics, guys, we wouldn't leave our house. We wouldn't leave home. If you feel like you live in the greatest country in the world, then why do you lock your doors? It's too good to be true. There's a lot of things you do. You support your investments, guys. You protect yourself for downside trends. I'm going to tell you right now, I see Bitcoin over $100,000 today. Who would go buy Bitcoin right now today with cash? What's going to secure that cash? Nothing. You're buying Bitcoin. Why wouldn't I go buy GameStop rather than just Bitcoin Direct? You know what happens when I buy GameStop? The investment itself is the insurance for what they do. Right? Companies out here, what do? Pay dividends to give you back value. Share buybacks, give you back value. Berkshire Hathaway doesn't do that. They take all their wealth, they take all the investments they get, all the cash, and they keep throwing the cash pile. Keep throwing. They get bigger and bigger and bigger. They never attack their coffers. Never. They just add to it. That's what I noticed about GameStop. Partnerships with PSA, they don't pay for it. They just add to it. The billions and billions of dollars in the bank, they didn't have to go make X amount of, ideas. That spaghetti sell shit that AMC was doing. We're going to do popcorn. We're going to do gold. We're going to do... No, GameStop was so simple. It was like, no, just give me more money. We'll sit on it. Our value goes up by sitting on something. We buy Bitcoin. What happens? Bitcoin now, we say, I got a Bitcoin dollar that's backed by a GameStop share that's sitting on $6 billion worth of profits and money and earnings. Well, Marantz, but they only raised that $6 billion because they offered shares. Yeah, I know. How many companies do you know can walk to the street and get money from people? How many companies do you know? Matter of fact, I want you to go down to your local wherever and go knock door to door all the business owners and say, hey, man, wouldn't you like to have more capital? What would it cost you to have more capital? Do you know how special it is for a company to be able to generate capital from thin air? Just, I can just issue some shares. The same day, the same week, the same month. They issued shares, made an announcement. 1 week later, they had $3 billion. That's special. That doesn't happen. Look around you. Go ask. Go walk up to any, I guarantee you this, America. Go walk up to any mid-cap 400 company. S&P 400 mid-caps. Go talk to them. If you guys don't know what that means, any company that's below 18 to $20 billion with the market cap. All the companies 20 billion or less, let me know when they can walk to the street and say, you know what? I can get this money right now. Today. Today I can get money. GameStop can do it 100 times over. That is special. They complete their offerings in a week. You have to give them value for that. The volatility of the markets do not exist for GameStop. I'll explain. You spend a lifetime to get there. What do we talk about? I walk around and go, fundamentals. Fundamentals, balance sheet. You're going to tell me that's not a good investment to make. You'll fight with me on it. We'll go to the websites right now. Check this out, guys. Swear to you on this. Don't worry about Trump. We'll go here to this right here, the balance sheet, okay? I'm at the balance sheet right now. And we're going to talk about volatility, right? Okay, cool. Let's go. You want annual or you want quarterly? Which one you guys want? You want trailing 12? Even better, trailing 12. Okay, show me the volatility of this market for GameStop. It goes from $1.3 billion of cash and short-term interest investments to 4.7. We now know it at $6.2 billion. But how's that volatility? I see a lot of green here. 26, 31, 16. You had some bad quarters here. No, you didn't have bad quarters. You had shrinkage and footprint. Shrinkage. Tony De Niro, tell him about it. So look at this. 251%, 281%, 298%. Shit's just growing. I go all the way down to total assets. This doesn't look like volatility to me. Constant growth. Matter of fact, the liabilities are diminished from 1.8 billion all the way down to 900, 50%. So we've dropped our liabilities 50% and we've increased our assets 600%. But this is volatility. I'll spend a lifetime explaining this to you. I don't care about the stock price. I care about how your company's being run. They're not correlated. I get it. The stock is not the company. The company is not the stock. Yet. I could defend a balance sheet. It's too easy. Because GameStop embraced their failures. They embraced the fact that maybe, maybe clothing wasn't it. Maybe used video games wasn't the moniker. Maybe these are your identity. What's your identity right now for GameStop? Collectibles, PSA graded cards, Pokemon cards, consoles. The cycle's here. The moment is here. But to have a company that's backed by a Bitcoin dollar, yes. But doing it with what money? Bonds? Convertible notes? There's so many instruments that institutions use. But those instruments got to outperform the S&P 500. They got to outperform T-bills. These are your benchmarks. These are your measurements. What do? We get to walk around and just go, Mag 7. Mag 7. I got to go and walk around to the biggest companies in the world in the history of mankind. Trillion-dollar companies exist today. The 7 wonders of the world are there. They're massive. But there's this underlying thing right around them. They can all fail. They can all fail into each other because they're business to business. It's B2B, guys. It's not B2C. You think it's B2C. You think it's business to consumer. You think it is. The truth is, they're just into each other. When you're looking at a company like GameStop, where it's user-based, the investors ourselves, we're the actual consumers, we support the brand, it has an identity, it's totally different than those. Google doesn't exist without Amazon. And I'm going to tell you why, because there's a winner and a loser, right? How many print publications existed in the 1980s and 90s? Hot off the press, print press, boom, delivered to your door, newspapers. They don't exist anymore. You find an LA Times or New York Post or some New York Times, I don't even know, Wall Street Journal, you might find something. But they don't exist like they used to. Because Google took over. Everyone has to lose for someone to win. Every category killer retail store, they all lose. Who wins? Amazon. Walmart, Costco. I told you who the winners are. Well, you've got a special little spot here in America for video games. Video games are bigger than movies and bigger than music combined. We're gamers. We're born every day. But it's the brand. It's the brand that's going to carry you through. That's the difference here. And I woke up today fired up about it because I said, the darling of the world used to be, I'm going to build a business. It's going to be in my name, and we're going to be able to walk to the table and get an IPO and go public. And now everyone gets to cash out. Everyone gets to cash out. And you know what's the difference for me? A company goes and IPOs now, because of the education I have via Connect the Dots, little series there on YouTube, go ahead and Google it. I now know that when companies go IPO, the real grind is they're trying to take money from the public. They're trying to pawn off their bags on you. What company did you see go IPO and went up and to the right in the last 5 years? I haven't seen any. I've seen distressed credit investments get recycled, packaged up, and put back out on the table. But that's the market you're living in. So before I champion an IPO and I go through and I say, okay, look at CoreWeave, look at Coinbase, look at Roblox, I go to look at these damn investments that everyone wrote off. The one investment that everyone said it's bankrupt company. This is the ideology of GameStop. It has an identity that it just sells used video games. It's going bankrupt. They're closing everywhere. I was in a meeting. You guys have no idea this meeting. And it was about a shopping center. It was there. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening. I look over and I'm being told, well, when is GameStop going to close? Because aren't they closing all of them? What? I looked at my family member, because this is a family meeting. This isn't like one of those other meetings. Like, it had nothing to do with my job, by the way. I was at a family meeting, and they go, no, it's never going to. I chime in. It's never going to close. What are you talking about? No, you're kidding. They're all going bankrupt. I was like, this is this week. This happened this week. I'm right there. My wife looks at me, just goes like this. Like, don't do it, babe. She knows I'm ready to go. You know what, guys? I threw my hands up at it. Because you know what they do now? They do this thing where they challenge your P&L. And for those of you guys that don't, profits and losses, okay? This is your income statement. And they'll go, well, your balance sheet is stable and it's perfect and it's great. It's strong. But your P&L is shoddy. And you're up and down. So like they used one before and now they use this one, right? Like they're trying to find a way to just put doubt into you about your investment. And you go, well, everybody's P&L is up and down based off of the macro trends, based off of what Trump might say tomorrow. Right? Based off of tariffs. There's a tariff trade still coming. You guys don't even know about it yet, but I'm telling you it's coming. The real tariff trade coming? Oh, babe, pay attention. Pay attention. I'll explain. All these inventories were front-loaded. I'm talking about everybody's inventory. They spent so much money in quarter one to beat out the tariff deadlines. There's ships in the sea right now with all the inventory in the world tariff-free. When these tariffs come rolling around this time for the second quarter, oh, it's going to be a hard-ass summer for you guys. Believe it. You're going to see things where there's going to be stores out there that are not going to carry your name brand products and or the same products. They're going to be changing out everything. What they could get versus what they do get. Like, I'm just telling you the way it goes down. It's going to happen. And when this happens, you have to see who's willing to transition through it. Who can pivot? This is when leadership teams really come into play. You better know your leadership. You guys better have seasoned investors and seasoned leadership people, because this is why I love this environment. For me, as a GameStop investor, I'm with the CEO, chairman of the board, all the good stuff. A guy who's been through a Covey-heavy environment, interest rates elevated, and also the Covey-light environment where you got free money and no restrictions. Went through COVID, rinse and repeat, took a bath. Come back up out of it. You're strong as hell in 2021. You're terrible in 2022 and on below because there's no checks being printed. Guys, it's coming. Don't let you think a green day's happening right now and you feel good about it. I don't know what the hell Donald Trump's talking about. Talking about, oh, it's going to be booming. It's going to be great. I know what's happening. You know how I know? I follow advertising. I follow advertising, guys. I know the trends of advertising. I know the budgets of advertising. It's the world I came from before. And when I see certain things happening, can I give you an example? The Backstreet Boys. The Backstreet Boys, my boys, okay? Howie D, AJ, Nick, Brian, and Chris. Not Chris, Kevin. The Backstreet Boys are performing in Vegas. They're going to be at the Sphere. Let me tell you, if they were in high demand and Vegas wanted to sell out, they would not be advertising right now. They are paying for advertising on every single app to get you to book a flight, a hotel, and a reservation for a show in August. That's embarrassing. You don't have it. just like George Lopez is planning to be in concert here in a couple of months. They've been advertising since February. Good luck on that one. You're not going to sell tickets. You have to know the trends. You have to know what's coming. And I pay attention to all of it. I said, what the hell? You want me to plan a trip to Vegas for the Backstreet Boys in 6 months? In the middle of August? Have you been to Vegas in August? It's 120 degrees. You will die. You will be right there. I want it that way. Though the hell you don't. They're all full of shit. That's the economy. That's the dried up economy that we're in right now. No one's shopping. You think Mother's Day? Good luck. Good luck. Go to your favorite store. Bet your parking lot's empty. Marantz blessings. There we go. Superman wears Marantz merch. Maybe. He said Vegas is hot. No, Vegas ain't hot. It's as hot as here. Meltard's never posted my P&L. I don't know exactly what that means. You know what's awesome? That I actually went to the Meltdown yesterday, and these guys, they're losers, man. They don't know. They're like, why did Marantz put all these videos on private? They don't even know what I'm up against. Like, behind the scenes. Like, hey, mods, check this. These guys think they know me. They have no idea. I'm just like, yeah, bro. I'm battling legal battles you guys wouldn't believe just to say the stuff I say. Yeah. You guys have no idea. Do connect the dots and see if something doesn't happen to your life. Go ahead. Start talking that shit. Private equity this, private equity that. Come on down. Why do you think Bill Pulte shows up, Ian Carroll shows up? How do they all show up here? Martin Scarelli, you name. I don't care who it is. Who am I? They're all on way bigger platforms. They're doing Joe Rogan. Getting appointed to the cabinet. Who the hell am I? Shit, are you guys kidding right now? Makes me laugh. No, Jackie's not getting interviewed, right? No nothing? No doc? No nothing? No hate? They're not crashing out on him on Meltdown? No? Okay. Tony De Niro? No? No hate? No dead crash out? Richard Newton? No? Just Marantz. Just the guy who's telling the truth. Okay. I gotta stop it. There's winners and losers out here, and we just happen to be winning. Yeah. Mag 7's winning, right? So am I. GameStop's winning. I will show the charts, guys. We'll go ahead and do it. I just want to talk to you about a lot of things. Whatever's on my heart, whatever's on my mind. But, hopefully it triggers something in you. And you guys get excited. And maybe you guys get, I guess, motivated or inspired. Let's look at some charts. Oh, you know what I get to go over? Forget the charts, bro. Forget the charts. Can we talk? Oh, bro, I started learning about this new story. It's crazy. Kimba Wood, she's a judge who let Mike Milken go on a shorter term. But there was another dude who did some shit back in 2008 that I was reading up on. $750 million worth of fraud. And when I was seeing like how it all lined up and like who got jacked and everything, I was like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what's more crazy? LA Mayor Karen Bass. I made this clip right now on TikTok and I just threw it up. It's not even a good clip for me, but LA Mayor Karen Bass. Let's go check you out, LA Mayor. So LA Mayor Karen Bass, she taps an Illinois consulting firm to support Palisades fire recovery. And yeah, I have a problem with it. I have a problem with it because it's an inside deal. Your California fire recovery czar is Steve, right here, I'll show you who he is. Steve Soberoff. Steve Soberoff, who you got to be sober, is actually from Illinois. So I'm just saying, he's actually born in Illinois. I don't know what family members he has to do a consulting firm, Haggerty Consulting. But allegedly he's pissed off about it. We hired Illinois consulting firm. You hired him, Steve. By the way, 90 days of work, Steve made $500 million. Claims he doesn't want to take the pay. He doesn't want to. Man, I'd really hate to take the. I really don't want to have to do this, but Yeah, no, man. Got to take your girl. Nah, she loves me, man. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't want it to be this way. So who did they hire? L.A., who did they hire? Brock Long. Brock Long out of Haggerty Consulting Firm is formerly the administrator of FEMA. He was confirmed in 2017 by the Trump administration, strong bipartisan support, and the only reason why he's not in charge of FEMA today is because he was using his vehicle, his personal or his government-issued vehicle to drive back and forth from home to work, and they got mad that he was using that car. Okay, whatever. Sounds like he wanted to get fired. Because they already had told him to resign. He said no. He still stood in the position. But the reason why I tell you that is because he's now the executive chairman of the board here for Haggerty Consulting. He's also worked at the Alabama Emergency Management Agency where he was doing the Deepwater Horizon spill FEMA response. So this guy's been a part of every response ever. So when you burn down a city, you send him right in. So that's where the contract is. Another guy on this contract team is going to be Stan Gamont. Stan Gamont over here is actually from HUD Housing, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. He's there for 32 years. Thank you, Mr. HUD Housing. I appreciate you so much. And these guys are in charge of the Recovery Act for Los Angeles Palisades. Additionally, Katie Freeman. How you doing, Katie? Director of Operations. Where's she from? FEMA as well. It's government-run Haggerty Consulting. So, Steve, spare me with the bullshit, Steve Soberoff, and how you're so mad that you hired a consulting firm from your homeland, Chicago, Illinois, banking on us, Californians. Let's go talk about GameStop. I don't want to solve all the crimes at once. Here's GameStop, guys, the actual website. We love this place. Graded cards. There were 3,600 when I checked yesterday. These are all one-piece cards. Ooh, one piece is expensive. Right here, 3,670 cards, guys. It sounds like a sweet spot to be in, 3,500 to 3,900, somewhere in that range. Let's see if my orders are ready for my sports cards. They're still not ready. I have my PSA. They're ready for pickup. I can go pick them up. The actual Pokemon cards, they got done fast. The sports cards, not so fast. So I'm learning that. I guess I just sent in Pokemon cards. But those Pokemon cards I got, I will get them back and I will be handing them out. We're going to be doing a meet and greet on the street at the end of the month for Memorial Day weekend. It'll be me and it'll be Nick from Vision Gaming Pokemon. If you guys know Nick was on the show, I interviewed him. I'm going to be taking him with me on the meet and greet to give away Pokemon cards to the kids. We'll get him in action doing the same thing. Let's talk about this company here. I have not talked about. I was supposed to talk about this the other day, and I didn't. I'm reading this with you. I've still not read this over. It's called Import Dragon. Imports Dragon went ahead and took over all of the GameStop stores in Canada. They bought it all out. This is the founder, Steven. I don't know how to say his last name, but it sounds French. But he's been in the toys and gaming industry for a long time. This is where all the money is. If you guys are not familiar, Canada has a very big presence in private equity and the leverage of, I guess, the idea of what GameStop is and what it should be. To give you an example here, the Vice President of Business Development, Nick, whatever his damn name is, 18-year career at Toy and Baby and a role across organizations such as Toys R Us, Canadian Tire, HBC, and Target Canada. Does it sound like something you'd want to be a part of? Not at all. So this company here went ahead and bought out all the buildings of GameStop. They're going to go ahead and change the brand of GameStop back to Electronic Boutique. They are proudly Canadian. That's what they are, proudly designed in Canada, and all their toys, whatever they're doing. And, so they have an identity, and they have a company, and they're happy to do it. So they went ahead and bought up GameStop. I'm happy they had the money to do it, man. We needed a discount. Appreciate you. I haven't really read too much on Steven himself, but he's going to change it back to Electronic Boutique, so I'm happy for that too. This is him. I don't know about him. He's an entrepreneur, co-owner of McFarlane Toys or whatever. What is that one? Is that the guy who did the South Park? I don't know. I leave it alone. Thanks. There he is. Okay, I want to talk about this too. Northwestern Mutual. Northwestern Mutual is an insurance company out of Milwaukee. And I wanted to talk about them because I was reading up on them about something they did. I want to show you what they did. They went ahead and bought a company. Where's the company that they bought? They bought a company. I'm reading FINRA. There's a reason why I'm telling you this. They bought a company called LearnVest, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Let's go ahead and Google this. Learn. Well, they have it 3 times. The damn thing. Right there. So there it is. So Northwestern, oh, it's right here. Additionally, in 2015, Northwestern Mutual bought financial planning company LearnVest right there, okay? Now, when I go to LearnVest, there's a reason why I'm showing you all this. LearnVest here is a company, okay? Right here, LearnVest, was bought out by Northwestern Mutual, which is fine. And you'll see that their funding, LearnVest raised funding Series A, B, C, and D, and they were funded by Excel Partners, Northwest Mutual, American Express, also Ed Mathis of Carlyle Group, Matthias of Carlyle Group, and then whoever T. Rowe Price. So I was like, Carlyle Group, Northwestern Mutual, bottom out, LearnVest. Okay, who's Northwestern Mutual? Then you come over here and you see John, I don't know his damn name, bro. Chairman and CEO and CFO of the CEO of Northwestern Mutual, right? So this guy here. So reason why I'm telling you this is because if you go over here to Northwestern, you'll see that they've actually developed this company. The company they developed and started is called MKE, and I believe that stands for Milwaukee, Tech Hub Coalition. And the Tech Coalition in 2019, the company partnered with Accenture, Advocate Aurora Health, Johnson Controls, Kohl's, Rockwell Ammunition, Automation, and that. Okay, so here's my problem. Kohl's, Northwestern. This individual, John, whatever his damn name is now been listed as the chairman of the board of Kohl's. You know that they're out here looking for a new CEO, and they went ahead and partnered up with Northwestern Mutual, who previously owns and partnered up with private equity on numerous investments. And, of course, they're the ones in charge at Kohl's picking up the new CEO. Pay attention, guys. I don't want to have to connect every dot for you if you can't connect it for yourself. I want to see who they name the next CEO. I already told you it's private equity. It's going to be that way. It's connect the dots. There's no doubt. This man right here is already run by private equity. I want to hear what Trump has to say.
You better go out and buy stocks now. Let me tell you, this country will be like a rocket ship that goes straight up. This is going to be numbers that nobody's ever seen before. That's a very important element of all of this. You know, if we get that. If you don't, and the Democrats are fighting it only because they want to fight. They have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, if it was somebody else, they wouldn't fight. If you had a normal person, if you had some stiff sitting behind you, they'd be fine. But they have Trump derangement syndrome. You know, Senator Schumer's become a Palestinian. Welcome. I don't know when they're going to give him the ceremony, whatever the ceremony may be. It's terrible what's happened to the Democrats. So very, very important element of everything, of what we're doing, unrelated to today, but related in the sense that we'll do, if that passes, we'll do even more business with the UK. We'll have so much. You better go out and stop now.
This is such bullshit, man. Look. I'm a Trump supporter. I've been to Trump rallies. I wear a hat. I got a damn flag, Trump flag. I got all that shit, bros. Let me tell you something. Speaking this way is the equivalent of Jerry Jones doing nothing in free agency, drafting no new players, and saying, we've got the best draft, we've got the best team, and we're going to the Super Bowl. There's nothing to back with what you're saying. But even then, Jerry Jones has a shot. This has no shot. The stock market doesn't just get to go up because you say, hey, some new announcement on a bill and a deal. That's not the way it works. Stock market is based off of profits, projected profits. And you don't get to tell a company they're going to go up 3 or 4% when the benchmark is 5. Because you could just buy T-bills with your damn money and we'd win. So what the hell are you doing? Do you not live in America? Do you not understand what's happening to stress onto families? Whether it be through their college loan assessment programs that they have to pay back, and we're out here floating car payments and electric bills and braces for kids and cell phones. And no, I'm the only one living this life. I'm out here calling people, hey man, what do you charge me $20 more on my internet bill? Oh, I battle for 20. I battle for 10. Because I ask you, Mr. President, how are people supposed to buy the stock market? Other than leveraging themselves. You're going to say, go buy stocks. They're going to go up. Who? Who are you trying to entice? Because you're telling it to the people. And right now, Wall Street's going, hell yeah, pump that shit, bros. Because it's coming down. You've manipulated these markets time and time again. And it's borderline treasonous. And I'll say it. It's just not fair to people. Not for people that have to work for a living and deal with these announcements. Can I just show it to you? We'll start with Tesla. We're going to go to the Mag 7. The 7 companies that matter. Hi, Tesla. This is your daily chart. This right here, just so that we're clear, I'll draw on here. I'll go ahead and put horizontal line, and we're going to go here. This horizontal line that I'm going to make thick as hell, we have touched this line as a Tesla investor. You have touched it. 1, 2, double top, triple top. That is resistance. That is your head hitting the roof. This, you want to get past that psychological barrier there, Mr. President? Let me tell you something. That is your 200-day moving average. It hits it, comes back down, hits it again. You think you're going to break free and go where? It's not going to do what you say it's going to do. The market is in what we call a death cross. I can go to NVIDIA. NVIDIA's at the top of their angle. Earnings are coming next week, in a couple of weeks. And guess what? They're below their 200-day moving average. The extensions that I have here, I have them falling all the way down to $86. Oh, I might be wrong. I could be wrong. Death cross. Apple. Death cross. Couldn't hit the 50-day. Came down and falling apart. Amazon. Broke past the 50-day. Thank God. You think it's getting to the 200? I don't. Alphabet fell out of the sky. Google fell out of the sky, considering that's their 50-day moving average. It's going to be an uphill battle. Oh, they're in trouble. Here's Meta. Here's the one winner out of the group, but are they winning at all? From 740 to 600, you couldn't get back that 10%, 20% loss. It's still in a death cross. No matter the tick, you better hold up. You better stay way up there if you're Meta. Microsoft should be winning because Microsoft's doing very well. Microsoft's doing very well. It's breaking past. I think Microsoft's the best company running right now in the world, and I'm not ashamed to say it. They're at $3.2 trillion. They are ahead of every company by a mile. So I think Microsoft's the best company running right now. If after earnings, they did everything. But if you're going to have Microsoft win, well, guess what? I want to know. Are they spending money? Remember, these guys are all business to business. They all spend money with each other. And the SPY, your whole market, approaching the 200-day moving average. And this is what you're going to do to trigger it right now. Get it up to that 570 level. That's the top. 570 gets pushed back down. You're going to be carrying a lot of dead weight. There's a lot of companies that are not named here. Matter of fact, I challenged the 493 other companies, not Mag 7 companies, to tell me how their profit's going to increase to what President Trump just said. It's going to the roof. It's going up and to the right. I don't see it. I don't see it one bit. I think he's full of shit. I think he doesn't understand, or he does understand the influence of these markets, but he doesn't care. Just say what sounds good. Give him a hot mic, and it's okay. It's better than the other administration. I guarantee you that. But it's not. It's not when you say some shit that doesn't make sense to me. More like Fabulous featuring Nate Dogg. Can't deny it. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, you know, guys, I know a lot of people here are Trump supporters like myself, and it's disheartening to hear when he's out here saying, hey, this thing's going up and to the right, and you say to yourself, how? I'm just going to ask you how. Like, I don't understand. For the market to go any higher, you're at 568 right now. Just so that we're clear, I'll call it 570 just for shits and kicks. You're going to go up 10% or 20. You're going up 20%. That's what you're telling me. We're going to go up to 110 more points above this. It's still not at your projected totals of 7,000. Oh, the whole world's pricing in 7,000 on the damn SPY. Wells Fargo. 700 is the price target for S&P 500 for the SPY. What? You guys, you got to go up 20%? We got to go from a recession, bear territory, market correction territory. We have to go all the way to bullish in a quarter. It's not going to happen. I'm pretty confident on this, guys. I've been confident. I mean, I've been calling it day to day, every day, right on the money for a while now. AMC! What's going on? What happened? Did I miss something? Did I miss the earnings? Or I'm sorry, the losses? What happened here, Adam? We just lost $400 million, $1 million of cash. What if he finishes the tariff deal? Great question. Great question. There's no amount of tariffs that are going to give these companies profit. Tariffs are duties. Tariffs are taxes. You guys got to know how it all generates at the bottom of the day, like at the end of the day. You're looking for profits as a corporation. Where do you think they're going to pass on tariffs through? Is it going to get through, expenses that they already do, and they're going to make cuts there? Logistics for final delivery? Oh, they're willing to just take a profit cut, less profit. I'm telling you because the consumer sells more than just one product. Like, you can tariff one thing and not tariff the other. So you tariff cars. We worked out a car deal. It's so awesome. Yeah, well, what about tires? What about oil? What about filters? What about brakes? Did we get everything? There's a whole nother industry in service. So now we're going to just deals from countries. Okay, well, what if that country isn't who we're going to do business with moving forward? What if we do a different country? Make similar products. I tell you this because I follow it. Guys, if you don't think there's a premium on Mexico avocados that the cartel has taken over, if you don't think that's true, then I encourage you to study where you get your avocados from. Because the bulk of avocados being sold right now in America are not from Mexico. Shocker. That's just one product. You don't think these companies are combating? They don't give a shit. The president can come out with anything. They don't care. They're already moving on to the next. Companies are so far in advance on inventory. These billion-dollar corporations, they're not worried about what you're doing this week. That's stock manipulation. That's not company manipulation. They're trying to manipulate a stock with these headlines, these press conferences. That's it. Let me pump this market really quick. You know why they want to pump it? They have calls on the top side of it. Within 2 to 3 weeks from now, he's going to make an announcement of his deal, whatever. Someone's going to find some sour footnote in it, and it's going to tank the market. Market comes down, guess what? They already have puts on the backside. They're making money top and bottom. They're staying, delta neutral, sure. They literally are rowing one way and rowing the other. And they're making money hand over fist, top and bottom of this market, all of it. Investors don't care. I don't care. I'm going to call you out when it happens, Mr. Groove Dancer. Yeah. Gas is $3.69 in Vegas. The last time it was over $5 a gallon. Tell us something we don't already know, for real. Doug, I can tell you a lot you don't know, but you wouldn't believe me. We can talk about private equity. We can talk about Epstein. We can talk about the manipulation there, huh? Follow the trends, follow the money. Study Kimba Wood. Dude, I was going down this rabbit hole you guys couldn't believe. If I even show you like how I got there, it'll blow your mind. Well, I'm going to blow your mind? Watch this shit. I swear to God, I'll blow your mind. So I was looking up Haggerty Consulting, right? But now go here and look up Haggerty. But don't do, when you do consulting board of directors, now read this, watch this. It tells you Brock Long, right? And then as you scroll down, it says Steve Haggerty, Brock Long, all these people. Right, but just do this. Go Haggerty board of directors. There's a Haggerty Insurance Company. And the Haggerty Insurance Company has a leadership team. And you see all these people on here, and you're like, what the hell? Who are these people? It doesn't matter who the people are. It's the board of directors I want to look at. And when you look at the board of directors, you start seeing people that you recognize, like Rob Kaufman. I recognize him. Bill Swanson, recognize him. And you go, wait a minute, Bill Swanson, yes, lead independent director, and he's actually in charge of the insurance for this group. He's actually from Raytheon Company. There you go. So he's actually Raytheon, Next Era Energy, all this. I've read him before. You know, board of directors, you guys know I do all the homework on these guys. But I was like, well, shit. So this guy's part of the Department of Defense, and he's all this stuff, and he's at this Haggerty Consulting and/or insurance. Rob Kaufman. You look at Rob Kaufman, he comes from Fortress Investment Group, where he was the founder of that. He's also previously from BlackRock. So you go, wow, they actually own the insurance companies. How in the hell are all these guys in the insurance company industry? Then you have Rand Hobbert, whoever. He's actually State Farm previously, and now he's running the show here at Haggerty. So I said, wait a minute, are these guys the actual same consulting firm? Haggerty, are they related? Like, how does it all work out? So then I had to go look up the company called Fortress, right? Because that one guy's the actual founding guy at Fortress. So when you go to Fortress Group, Fortress Investment Group, you find out that, yes, Wes and Rob and Peter and Michael, they all formed it. Sounds like, you know, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. If I like the girl, who cares who you like? SoftBank bought them out. So SoftBank bought out Fortress. And you go, wait a minute, SoftBank bought out Fortress? Well, then maybe SoftBank, and they actually partnered up from BlackRock, maybe what are they doing with all their money and how are they all connected? Well, right here, Fortress was nearing a deal to sell a stake of OneMain to Apollo Global Management. The agreement was agreed upon. Apollo did buy them out. So now you know SoftBank and Apollo have deals. So you're like, okay, we already knew that part. We already knew how it was going down. That's why I didn't agree with any SoftBank investment. And then you go through and you find out that these guys had a deal right here. Fortress has said that it lost $125 million purchasing fraudulent promissory notes from Marc Dreier. So then I'm like, yo, Marc Dreier, I think that's how you say his name. He's the guy. So you go and click on Marc Dreier, right? You're trying to find out what's his deal. He was actually on a Ponzi scheme deal, and he got pardoned by Biden. And you're like, what the hell you got pardoned by Biden? Yeah, securities fraud, wire fraud, and he was in on it. This guy, and there's a whole documentary on this. I watched this all this morning, like at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And so as I was going through it all, and you find out like all the money that they stole and how he did it, he was actually acting, and he actually hired someone. And read it, guys. I'm not joking. This is why I tell you, things happen to me that don't happen to you. In September 2006, Dreier acquired a well-known bankruptcy law firm, Traub, whatever, and Fox. Founding members of the managing partner, Paul Traub, participated in several large retail bankruptcies in previous years, including Kmart, FOA Shorts, KB Toy Stores, Stage Stores, Office Max, and eToys. Yes. I said, holy shit, eToys. So then you go ahead and read it all up again. So as I'm reading, I'm finding out what happened, okay, how it all went down. You then find out that Dreier handled much of the litigation for Sheldon Solo, for the Solo building. Okay, the billionaire real estate deal maker. The most recent case of unsuccessful eviction of Bank of America securities from his flagship Manhattan building, 9 West 57th Street. We've talked about this stuff. This is connect the dots, bros. If you guys don't understand, you'll never understand why I'm doing this shit. So when you go through, you find out he was in a Ponzi scheme, quite similar to Madoff's investment scandal. But as you go through it, you find out that it was Ontario's teachers' pension plan investment board. Watch, I'm going to find it all right here for you because this was driving me crazy this morning. I was like, yo, bros, you guys really think I should show these guys this stuff? I was just going to stay out of it, right? But then you go here, he was guilty. He pled guilty. He went in and said, yeah, man, I was just trying to be the right guy. I was just trying to do it. What he was doing, sold funds to approximately $700 million worth of fake developer notes and fake pension plan notes. Yes, right here, promissory notes issued to a Canadian pension plan embezzled $400 million. Dreier may also be facing criminal charges in Canada for impersonating an in-house lawyer at the Ontario's teachers' pension plan. What do you know? But as I keep going down, I keep reading like how they did it. They literally were like calling and acting like they were part of a different company versus this company. They act like they were part of the Solo investment firms. They acted like they were right here. Look at this. Solo Realty and Development Dreier's request and meeting with investors in Manhattan offices. And somebody finally asked, hey, can you do a real-time meeting? Can we do a phone call? Because they were always just saying shit. But here's the problem. Here's the problem I have, okay? It says here, a representative of the Icelandic hedge fund by telephone to sell $44 million in fictitious promissory notes. U.S. District Judge Kimball Wood sentenced Miller to 2 years probation. 2 years probation. Robert Miller pled guilty to conspiracy to commit securities fraud and wire fraud, as well as securities fraud at a hearing. Boom. He agreed to forfeit compensation of $100,000. So he was going to do a deal for $44.7 million, fictitious promissory notes. And you're going to tell me that Kimball Wood only gave him 2 years probation. The same Kimball Wood that took Mike Milken's sentence and took it down to 2 years. Same Kimball Wood, if you guys do not know, this is why I'm telling you you're bought and paid for. She was actually going to be, she's part of Nannygate with the Bill Clinton. She was the one who's going to get the Attorney General for the United States, ended up being Janet Reno. But it was going to be her. And why? Because she's a looker, bro. She's like, well, according to him, you know, if you don't know Billy, he doesn't have many standards. Is it right here? Is it right here? Right here? Here's Kimball Wood. I bet she was pretty good looking back in the day, you know. But that's his style. So she's the one giving sweetheart deals, bros. Sweetheart deals to dudes who are committing securities frauds. So you know she's bought and paid for. Right here, one of Wood's most notable decisions was sentencing Mike Milken, known as the Junk Bond King, 10 years in prison. 91, that sentence was reduced to 2 years. Anyway, as I go back to it and I see how they did it and what they were doing, it's crazy how I go down these rabbit holes and they all connect the dots, and, you know, and finance and how they really did it. But you know, I'm okay. I can't get too caught up on this stuff. They just did it, man. They just took money from people during the 2000s. This is like around 2008, 2009, and nobody knows it. Right here, Fortress Group, a private equity hedge fund manager, lost $125 million by buying phony promissory notes supposedly issued by Solo Realty. Elliott Management, a hedge fund corporation, lost $101 million. Eaton Park Capital Management lost $84 million. So you go down the list, you find out all these guys lost millions and millions of dollars to Dreier here, and this guy Dreier gets away with it. He gets off on a sweetheart deal. I think he's out of prison already. He already got Biden let him out. Could you imagine who's in? Like when you're partying 1,200 people on your final day in office, like, did you really talk it out yet? Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot to learn here. Tell me something I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what you don't know. That I read all damn day. I read about the corruption of these markets, and this is why I know why I'm right here with the GameStop. And you watch me. Marantz, get yourself a pull-up bar and a heavy band and do some pull-ups, man. It's the best. Build that back. I can't because my house doesn't have casing on the doors. So where the hell do you want me to hang it on to? I don't need a pull-up bar, bro. I already blew out my elbow chopping down a tree. El Jorge, you know what? I don't need anything, bro. I don't need to prove myself to nobody. I got something that makes you think twice, bro. Yup. That's all. You know, I don't have to fight that fair fight anymore. Those years have come and gone. I ain't got shit to prove to nobody. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Chili Bean? Yeah, that's me. I just had to make sure I was strapped. I was loaded. I always want to make sure. But I'm all right. I worked out a long time ago. You know, I worked out in my younger years. Monday Night Football. You guys don't know, my dad used to make us do push-ups during Monday Night Football. That's it. It'll be the commercials. Commercials come on, me and Rick just start cranking out push-ups. And then on we watch the game, commercial break. Be like, come on, man. Stop putting the ball, damn it. 4 and out. More commercials. Best live YouTuber on the air right now. You rock, Marantz. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy everybody involved was prosecuted and banned from financial markets. That is so not true. They let us eat the scraps for too long. Time to flip the table. Ain't no trees in the desert. Chick, 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 chitty, bang, 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 bang. Oh, okay, here. Here, guys. Here you go. Okay, there's the chart. AMC, what happened, bro? Guys, Adam Aaron singing that same old song. He has the same song every time. Do not judge us for what was just transpired on the markets. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. We're gonna love it. Okay. I see you looking at me. I can tell by your eyes that you're feeling me. Dance with me. Dance with me. My drop top's in the parking lot, and I want to take you back to my spot. Look at this bullshit ass pump and dump hymns. Pump and dump. Oh, grossly overvalued. Oh, it's gross. 21 times book. Oh. Anybody seen GameStop lately? 26.76. Still playing in the triangle here. We're doing great. We're doing great, guys. Don't expect too much out of it, okay? It trades at 2.4 times book. Not really. It's actually just like 2x book. We have about $13 to $14 book right now with a 6.2 trillion. We're at a $12 billion market cap. That's the lowest they're going to bring us. That's it. That's all you guys got? I got a forward PE ratio forecast of 56. I think it's a buy. I think it's a buy. Enjoy, guys. I'm going to take off. I told you I'd do a night stream later, maybe. I told you I'd do a day stream. You guys want to know my whole life. Marantz, why aren't you up on the mountain? I don't know. Because I'm a good family man. It's not about that, man. That suggestion was out of love. I just forgot about your elbow. Yeah, no, I know. Nah, bro. I'm good. I'm good. You know, I was out there running the other day. I was like, man, I'm going to keep up with these kids. I said, man, F that. I want to play some League of Legends. That's how I feel right now, too. I want to play some. It's my day off from work, guys. So I get off at midnight, right? Can we do personal talk? Are we done? Stock's good. No one cares. So I get off at midnight, and I'm like, hey, Belma. My wife's like, your food's in the microwave. I'm like, yes, ma'am. She doesn't sound that deep either. She real timid. And she, hi, babe. Your food's in. I'm like, no, mama. I can't be eating this late, you know. She's like, I made you your favorite. It was pasta cheap. But I was like, whoa, hell yeah, I'll be right back. No. Got family member. Car broke down. Right? So my nephew needs a ride to school. 2 days in a row. We got to take her to work, go to school after. I don't care. I'm down. I'm down to help out my family no matter what it takes. And that's it. So if it's going to change up the days that I get to stream or the times that I get to work out, whatever, that shit don't matter to me. So what does my family need? Let's go handle that. So I go and do that. I was barefoot at the gas station, popped out, getting gas. Hey, barefoot. Because, you know, I told you I'm Britney Spears. I walk around that bitch empty. But yeah, reason why I need gas every day, because I only put in $13, whatever my budget is. Put my buy order in. But I'm gonna go and buy some I'm gonna go buy some shares right now, guys. I really am. I'll put the buy order in the Discord. I just want to say hi and bye, and I hope you guys love GameStop. And we're talking about why I love it so much, and why I think it's a good investment. But last part I'll leave you with is what if. That what if statement goes hand in hand with thank you so much, my son Ricky, for making honor roll. Shout out to Ricky for making honor roll. Ricky B. Loco, been part of the chat for 11 months as a member, as a subscriber, and a supporter of the show. That's the best $3 a month you'll ever give, guys. Because somehow, some way, it'll trickle back to GameStop. But I don't know, via the store or whatever. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate you and your boy. Your boy's killing it. Ricky! That's a crazy-ass reference right there, Carter. Damn, bro. Carter's out here trying to kill the mood. But you guys don't know. That was Boys in the Hood when they shot Ricky. He's going to USC. He didn't have good grades, but he was going to go anyway because he could ball, allegedly. Bro, there's 1,000 Rickies in the hood. I'm just saying. What happened to not being on today and only tonight? Man, I was busy. But then I couldn't go hiking because my family member needed a ride. So there I was, up at 6 o'clock, ready to roll, getting ready. I told my wife, hey, baby, all right, I'm up. Sleepwalking, dudes. I don't sleep. I sleepwalk. I'm up right now. I don't even know. Dude, think about this. We just went over a whole thing that I was reading and doing whatever. When? You guys don't know. Bro, I be driving all distracted and shit. My wife is like, put it down. Baby, I can't. I'm reading something. Hold on. It's green. Yeah, hold on. Getting honked at and shit. Don't care. People tried to fight me on the freeway the other day. I'm going in the fast lane. If you guys don't know, there's a carpool lane right next to the fast lane. Carpool lane, you have to have 2 to 3 people in your vehicle. If you don't, you have to be in the regular lanes. I'm driving by myself. This car comes out of the carpool lane, crashes over to me. I had to slam on my brakes, or else I'm going to kill this person. I'm going to crash him. We're on the freeway. We're driving. I'm like, yo, you want to move? What are you doing? Yo, I was heated, bros. And all I had was this brick. I have this brick in my back seat of bumper stickers of Marantz Rantz, right? I got a whole brick of them, bro. And I was like, bitch, I'm going to throw this shit right at this car. But then I was thinking to myself, man, they're going to know it was me because I'm all over the damn bumper stickers. So I'm not throwing that shit. But I was heated like that. That's how heated I was. I was like, yo, are you kidding right now? You almost just killed me. And I got GameStop shares. So then I called my wife while I was driving. My wife's like, you all right? I said, nah, mama, these people try to kill me right now. She said, just let it go. Get home, babe. You got to get home. I said, yeah, I'm getting home. Not before I flipped these people. No, I didn't. No, I just kept driving. You still going live tonight? I don't know. You know, Mother's Day's coming up, guys. And I've got to find time to do something great for my wife. And I know we're taking her out Saturday night, my daughter and I and my son. But, you know, maybe do a little extra. Who knows? I might get her favorite candy or her favorite cake or her favorite drink or something. Just something of her favorite. Just to show Mom that I appreciate her. Little Mama's tight. Little Mama's been great since I met her. I'm praying on something for her. Something big for us. And it's something that I really want for her. I know it's challenging. I know it's different. But I'm hoping she gets what she deserves on all fronts. And half of that is me. So what the hell? Yeah, sure. And she's like, when's GameStop going to take off, babe? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Doesn't matter. We're not selling. Hell no. I'll call Fidelity and get a loan out on my money. That's what I'll do. Because I still want to work. I still like my job. I love what I do. So, anyway, thank you guys so much. If you guys don't get a chance to watch me later, or if you do, watch the show, run it back. If not, hang out with Carter's Corner Pocket, my brother. He goes live every now and then. You guys should watch. Bitcoin's going up right now. I get it. They're having a Bitcoin conference right now. It's massive. It's all over the damn streams and stuff. But for me personally, let it spike, let it come down. I just tell you, I wait for this market to reset. We've still not seen the bottom. I don't believe any of this. I believe all these sensationalized headlines and press briefings and press release, all this is just to orchestrate the pump and the eventual dump. Because all the positive news in the world couldn't get you back to 611. And you'll know what I'm talking about as you watch the markets. We already went through an earnings cycle for the whole market. And we came out down 10%. So what do you think is going to happen on the next earnings cycle? Thank you guys again. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And or tonight if I'm lucky. But we'll see. GameStop. Can't stop. Won't stop. GameStop. Rico actually has a favorite song, guys, that when it comes on, he goes crazy. Like when he hears the shit, his shoes come off. He dances in his socks. I swear to you guys, I put this on everything I love. Rico hears, and you'll know the song. You'll know it just by the way it comes in. But when it comes in, Rico comes in. I swear to God, bro. I've never seen a dude dance so hard. And here's the last song on the show, dedicated to my brother, Rico Squared. That's what we used to call him back when we figured out what algebra was. Here's Reek's song. Nah, bro, not What Is the Love. No, this shit is real for him, bro. Swear to God.
In December, I knew my investment was a success. I was so happy to visit my family in Brockton for the holidays. The money will go such a long way for us. We had an incredibly difficult 2020. Most difficult was the tragic and unexpected loss of my sister Sarah in June. I am grateful to be in the position.